Thanks to some magical bowling spells from their new bowling sensation, power-packed performances from one of the top all-rounders in the game, and icy cool nerves that have helped win edge-of-the-seat thrillers. Desert Vipers have enjoyed a phenomenal winning streak, which has seen them become the first team to have a Q against their name. But in their first setback 4 days ago, the side suffered an agonising one-run defeat against the Night Riders. Winning is a habit, and the Vipers will be looking to get back to their victorious ways. It was a night to forget for the Warriors yesterday as they stumbled to a big defeat. With 4 losses, Sharjah Warriorz' side is languishing at the bottom, and they will need to produce something special tonight to outwit the table toppers. Welcome into match 22. It is Super Saturday here at the DP World ILT20, and tonight sees the Desert Vipers taking on the Sharjah Warriorz here at Dubai International Stadium. So the game up the road, the first game of today's doubleheader has just finished, and my Emirates have beaten ADKR, who now sit in 5th spot on that points table. The Sharjah Warriors desperately need a win to get themselves off the bottom of the leaderboard. Welcome to Dubai International Stadium. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. It is a really interesting matchup here. It's the top of the table taking on the bottom. Can the Sharjah Warriors bounce back? There's a new surface. Darren Gang is going to tell us about it. But let's head out to the middle now with Alan Wilkins.
Players from all over the world are assembled here in the UAE. We're here in Dubai for another match in the DP World ILT20 Season 4. Top against bottom tonight. Something's got to give, as the movie says. Kai Schofield is our toss representative. Our match referee, Simon Taufel, wearing the yellow for the Warriors, Sharjah Warriorz, and in green, captain of the Vipers is Sam Curran. The coin has been passed, and Sam?
Tails.
Warriors have called a tail, and it is a tail.
Sam will have a bat first.
Warriors have won. I didn't hear what you said to Sam. What are you going to do?
Yeah, we're going to have a bat first.
A bat first?
Yeah.
Well, that is a change, because most skippers, they like to chase here. What's your reasoning for that, Sikander?
No, I think the wickets are not as we thought they would be at this time, because the tournament has been pushed back, and I think all the teams that are posting a half-decent total, it has been very difficult for some teams to chase. Plus, we like to break the stereotype of a tournament. Everybody wants to bat. We want to put ourselves under pressure to win it when we bat first.
Have you put that memory of last night?
Oh, you're going to have to, because
yeah.
if you're still dwelling on the past, then I think the present and the future is going to look very bleak. We've had I think it was a rude awakening, and we all needed that. So I'm hoping that we've learned our lessons from yesterday, and we try and best foot forward and perform better and let the result look after itself.
Well, you've got to do that. You've lost the Sri Lankan players. They've gone to back to Sri Lanka for training. So Pathirana's gone. What else? Who else have you lost?
Well, we lost 3 Sri Lankans. We're about to lose a couple more boys who are going to go to South Africa. But since we've lost Patti, so Dinesh Karthik has come in.
Right.
And then since we're batting first, we'll see who the impact player is going to be.
All right. What's a good score on there?
It looks like not many 200s have been scored. I think 180 is suddenly a very good score. Looks like on those wickets. So I think if you can get a 180 plus, I think that'll be a good start.
All right. Go and get the pads on.
Thank you very much.
Dear Sikander. Sam? So, you're going to have a bowl first. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, we were actually going to bowl as well, so I think it's worked out. But I thought when we lost the toss there, we were going to be batting first, which we haven't done much of. So, yeah, it looks a really good wicket. A bit cooler tonight, so hopefully a good game. You've
had the momentum, but you've come off the back of a loss, your first loss against ADKR. What has that done for the squad?
Yeah, I think we played 7 games in 15 days. 6 out of 7 we probably would have taken. And yeah, today, a few days off, boys are raring to go again, and hopefully we have a good performance.
Where's Lockie? Not saying I'm not enjoying talking to you, but where is he?
He's having rest today. We've got a game tomorrow, so I'm sure he'll be back in tomorrow. I think just we've been in a position where we can be smart with our players, and yeah, obviously someone like him who bowls so fast needs a breakdown again. All right, any changes for your lineup tonight? Payne comes in for Lockie tonight. I think that's the change, but there might be others. I'm not that good.
All right. Thanks, Sam. Thanks very much indeed.
Thank you.
All right, that's the news then. The Sharjah Warriors have won the toss. Sharjah Warriorz has, he said they're going to have a bat first. So that's a little bit different. Tell you what, Let's have a word with our good friend Darren Ganga, former West Indies captain. What about that? Batting first, and I liked what he said about batting first, and he said, look, I think it's different, and I'm going to balk the trend of skippers bowling first. So what's your take with that and on this pitch?
Well, I'm not surprised, because the last two matches we had this season at this venue have been won by teams batting first. So when I look at this surface, I still think that ball will just compete a little more fiercely than bat, and that's because it's a relatively fresh pitch. It's pitch number 3, used twice before this season, and if you look at it, there's an even covenant of grass. It's actually got more green tinge, so that's the freshness that you will get with bowling first. So the Vipers will be happy with that sort of condition, because they might extract swing, seam, and it will create opportunities for wickets. So Sikandar Raza thinks that batting first is a good one, and I kind of like that, because if you put runs on the board, we've seen the average first innings score here for the 10 matches played, 164. So if you can get yourself to 180 batting first, it gives yourselves a good chance of winning. The other thing too, when they have the chance to bowl, there's a little secret we picked up on the previous 2 matches played on this pitch number 3. It's the lengths from the seamers in that second innings. Many of them have decided to go short, good length, when you can actually go in that Yorker band and contain run scoring. So make sure you balance your options as a fast bowler to restrict run scoring, especially in your defense. But it should be a good cricket wicket. Again, it's about execution. It's not necessarily the toss. If you bat well, if you bowl well, and if you take your catches too in this ring of fire, you can secure yourself 2 points.
Well, we'd say the Vipers aren't too worried about 2 points at this stage, seeing as they have qualified, but it is crucial for the Sharjah Warriors if they to progress any further in the DP World ILT20. I've got Andy Flower and Waka Yunus alongside me. Andy, what do you think of that decision from Sikandar Raza, the captain of the Warriors? Because he's the first captain to win the toss and decide to bat here first in Dubai.
It's an interesting decision, is how I describe it. Quite courageous in a way, but whether it's wise or not is another thing. You know, cricket can be a game of percentages. You know, you're always judging risk and reward. And playing the percentages on the toss, most people would choose to bowl here. And we've seen that early swing cause lots of problems in power play. And one of the best sides that have exploited the swing, especially when they bowl first, are the Vipers. They've got a very good seam attack. They're very well organised. They're nicely backed up by Noor Ahmed as the premier spinner, and perhaps Case Ahmed, I'm not sure of the 11 yet. So I'm not sure of the wisdom of that choice.
Yes, it's going to be very interesting. There's courageousness, and then there's that. So we'll find out. We will find out very soon. Waka, when we look at these two sides, you look at the Vipers, they've got the Q next to their name. They're resting their captain, Lockie Ferguson, again. We said goodbye to Hetmeyer because he has a hamstring injury, and they've brought in Jason Roy. An interesting decision, given that Jason Roy, in fact, used to play for the Sharjah Warriors last season. So there's a bit going on in terms of the Vipers lineup at the moment, but all in all, you'd have to say they are looking the team of the tournament.
Yeah, I think they have a very good balance. You know, you look at their bowling and you see their 4 genuine pacers. They swing the ball. They have got variations also with, and they got 2 leaders. Sam Curran can captain, and Lockie Ferguson, we've seen that how good a captain he is. I mean, they're a complete unit. Yes, they have lost 1 game against the Knight Riders, but 3 days of rest. They've been just away from the game, and they're fresh, and the kind of cricket they've been playing, I'm sure they've forgotten what happened in the previous game against Knight Riders, and they'll come fresh and they'll come hard.
It would be hard for the Sharjah Warriors to forget what happened, seeing as it just happened yesterday, but to take on an old friend of theirs in Jason Roy today. We saw him getting his cap earlier with the Vipers. What does that do for the confidence? Because we saw Sikandar Raza play his old team last night. As a player, when you're coaching these players who swap from team to team, what is that like, and how do you talk about sort of your allegiance?
Well, the first thing about Jason Roy is he's coming off cricket recently. He played in the T10 in Abu Dhabi recently, and then he went to Nepal to play some cricket there. He popped home and then got the call up to take Hetmeyer's place. So at least he's been playing cricket recently. One of the things they have to factor in is he's a top 2 or 3 batsman, and Hetmeyer's a middle order batter. So I'm not sure exactly what they're going to do with their batting order. But these guys are so used to traveling around and playing with different teams. They fit in very easily these days. Back in our day, it took a while for people to get used to being in a different dressing room. These guys are brilliant at it. And so on the circuit, most of them will know each other pretty well. They will have played with each other. They will have played against each other a lot. I would imagine that's a fairly seamless progression.
I'm sure it is. And one man who he's played a lot of cricket against and with is Tom Kohler-Cadmore, who stars for the Sharjah Warriorz, has done for all of the DP World ILT20 editions. Let's find out a little more about him.
My mum's German. Well, I'm eligible to play for Germany. I've got a German passport, and my brother is playing for Germany at the minute. I cannot speak a word of German, sadly. I'm heavily dyslexic, so when I was younger, my parents kind of made the decision to try and make me learn English instead of kind of trying to confuse me with a couple different languages. Whatever team I play for, wherever I am in the world, I always kind of try my best and do my best. And if people want to select me to play for England, then amazing. But if not, I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to keep doing what I can do.
Superb! TKC on fire.
It doesn't bother me, no. I'm very much aware that it's someone's opinion, as all selection is in every team you ever play for. So it can be your club side back home that they might think you're not good enough, so you're in the second team, or that person might pick you and you play and you do well. If I ended up getting a phone call to say I'd be in an England team, I'd be absolutely delighted, and obviously it's a dream, that'd be a dream come true for me, but if it's not meant to be, it's not meant to be. When I was younger, my coach would tell me to try and target the side screen. Try and hit as straight as possible, and then drag it round kind of the shorter it gets. But yeah, I try and keep things as simple as possible, try and hit the ball nice and straight, use a straight bat, and then obviously I'll then react to where the ball is and play it accordingly. For me, I think the basics are so key in any form of cricket, and probably even more so in T20 cricket, where actually if you can control your bat face nicely, then you have a better chance of connecting with the ball well, and then it going for a 4 or 6, which is obviously the goal, is to score as quickly as possible in there. My goal as a player in each tournament is almost to win 1 every 4 games as an individual, and if I do that on average, I'll have a hell of a tournament, and then contribute within those other matches. But yeah, for me it's kind of making sure that my contributions are adding up to the team, and then longer term is just keep improving. Keep working on what I can control, keep getting better, and obviously see where that ends up taking me. TKC is going to rock it.
Of all the 4 seasons, this is by far his best haircut, there's no doubt about that. And 1 in 4 games he thinks he can win for his team. Well, hopefully that is tonight. Now, you can, of course, get involved with us here before the match begins. Let me remind you of the chance you have to be part of that action. So Visi Smart TV presents Jawal Dikar in Umpao contest. So show your energy, show your passion, participate now and win exciting prizes only with Visi Smart TV, a smart TV that has it all. All right, we're going to take a short break here at Dubai International Cricket Stadium, and when we come back, we are that much closer to the big one. It is the Vipers taking on the Sharjah Warriorz. When we come back, we'll have a look at the 2 teams. We'll see you then. Welcome back to Cricket Safari, Dubai International Stadium tonight for the top of the table taking on the bottom. The Vipers taking on the Sharjah Warriorz. The Sharjah Warriorz, for the first time in this competition here in Dubai, have won the toss and they've decided to bat first. Waka, would you please talk us through the side?
Look, they had a heavy defeat last night, so they have to really lift themselves to win this game. So Charles up front, Kohler-Cadmore, they need a good partnership up front, and then there is a young Tom Abel, and then of course James Rue. They're both very young but very talented. Pretorius couldn't really get going. Sikandar Raza will come in. They're missing out a bowler, but I feel that if it comes to changing or being a super sub, Dinesh Karthik might come once Charles get out and they just lengthen their batting, I think that's the way they're going to go.
They might have to. And Andy Flower, would you please talk us through this Desert Vipers lineup?
Well, I think they're lucky to be bowling first, and they've got some outstanding seamers. 2 left armers in Sam Curran, the captain, and David Payne, who comes in for Lockie Ferguson, Naseem Shah, and the swing bowler of the tournament, Khuzaima Tanveer. They're nicely backed up by Noor Ahmed. And when they chase, Sam Curran has been a master of the chase so far, averaging up towards 80 in any chases in ILT this season. And that's going to happen in the second half of the game.
Yes, it certainly is. So an interesting decision, of course, for the Sharjah Warriors. One we'll talk about, I'm sure, until this game finishes, actually. It's going to be an interesting one. But let's look at the Vipers and their success so far in this tournament. And the talk of the town really has been Khuzaima Tanveer and what he's offered. What is it that's made him so successful at this point in the tournament?
Well, he's certainly grown. I think his skills have got better since I saw him last year. I think his swing bowling, I know Waka can probably talk about this with more authority than I can, but what he has done well is he's swung it both ways. There's a good example of the in-swinger. There's the outswinger that got James Vince.
Watching this in the changing room going, oh dear, oh hang on.
But that swing both ways with the odd Yorker and the odd bouncer has been an absolute boon for him this tournament. He has taken wickets, he's looked dangerous, and when he's batted well as well. He's won at least a game with a bat for the Vipers. So he's in great form, he's very confident, and it's brilliant to see a UAE player playing such a dominant role in this tournament.
Yes, it really is, Waka. What do you like about this young man?
Everything about him. He's a strong lad, and you know, as Andy said, he swings it both ways, and till the time the wickets were helping, he was superb. I mean, he swung the ball and troubled every batter who has bowled, and he's hungry. The most important bit is that he's hungry. He's come from UAE, and you know, he wants to leave his mark, he wants to leave his name for other leagues also to pick him, because he is very handy batter also, don't forget, and a good fielder. So he's a utility cricketer. I feel he's got a very bright future ahead of him, because even talking to him, and he wants to do better and better. So that's what you want to see in a young fast bowler.
And as someone who seems to always want to get better, and you know a lot about him and his family, Sam Curran, who tonight has the captaincy armband again. I mean, he just goes from strength to strength, it feels like. You never really see him miss much in a game of T20 cricket these days.
Yeah, absolutely. He has been brilliant. This is him batting here. He's put on quite a lot of strength, I think, recently. So from being a clever batsman, he's now a clever batsman that can build an innings and also apply the power, particularly against spinners. He's a good hitter of spinners on the leg side. So you ally that to his bowling skill and his tactical game. He's an outstanding cricketer, having a brilliant couple of years.
Oh, he absolutely is, and it's great to see him as a leader, whether he's got the captaincy armband or not. So he's going to play a very interesting role tonight. Just quickly, one word. Who's your team tonight?
Vipers.
Vipers.
Vipers for me.
Up the Wars. I'll have to go for the Wars. The poor Sharjah Warriors. All right, we just don't know. When we come back here, the Sharjah Warriors, they've won the toss. They're going to bat first. It's the top of the table, taking on the bottom. Don't go anywhere.